Hello everyone. It is New Year's Eve, the last day of 2023, and today I want to do a video a little bit different than usual because what I have here is my little notebook where every single year I write down my goals for the year to come, and I want to sit down with you and see what I have accomplished in 2023. This was 2023 also is not very aesthetic. This was my list for 2023. The fire is doing something. Number one was reading 25 books. I failed this one, so I'm going to color it in red. But this one was kind of important for me this year because I've always loved reading. I've always been like a big reader, but in the middle of high school I kind of got into this like weird mood where reading so much for school made me stop wanting to read in my free time. It was really a weird thing because I went from reading like a million books a year to reading almost none. I have been trying to get back into reading just for fun. For a couple of years I have made some slight improvements, but this year was the first year that I actually got close to the goal because I have in my little list here 20 finished books and one book that is halfway finished. I read a lot of stupid shit this year, but at the same time, it feels good to just be back, reading shit, even if it is stupid shit. And actually, this is going to be a little like award moment. I think the best book that I read this year, not for quality, but like, for how it made me feel, was this book that has been like very popular on Instagram and stuff. And it is The Song of Achilles. It is like a book for teenagers, okay? I am a little bit out of target age-wise. However, why did I like it so much? Because I went to what we would call a classical high school here in Italy, which means ancient Latin and ancient Greek were my primary subjects. I studied them a total of 11 hours a week. And immediately after reading this one, which for whoever doesn't know, it is based on the Iliad by Homer, I went back and I read the Iliad by Homer, like, the entire thing. And thanks to this book, somehow I rediscovered this book that I had studied in school and I had read in like the original Greek, not all of it, part of it. And I really loved it, even though it's long as hell and in parts it is very boring. And I really enjoyed this because of this, which was weird, because they are completely different genres. But that was an experience going from like, a young adult kind of love story thing to the literal Iliad, and it was the best couple. It was the best thing. So this is my best book award. It goes to this joint couple of books. Point number 2 was watch 50 movies. And this one I can color in green because I actually did watch 50 movies and actually I was a little bit behind and I had to watch 2 movies today to make it. I rushed, through it, but I managed. Okay, so this is the full list of movies. It's a lot, and I am honestly unable to choose, really unable to choose one, but there are a couple of mentions that really stand out. I think a very good one was The Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I really liked that one. I cried so much on that one. But I also really enjoyed Straight Outta Compton, which I actually didn't know at all as a movie. I actually watched it because people I knew were watching it and we did something like watching it at the same time, but then I was the only one that actually finished the movie. Next point will be going to 5 expositions or festivals or museums. And this one I will color green because actually I've been to a total of 11. So I went to 4 music festivals, 2 in Italy, 1 in Czech Republic and 1 in Estonia. And then I went to a whole like 5 museums in Estonia, and I went to 2 museums in Paris. This is full list. Then I've got, this is an easy one, get one tattoo. And this, when I wrote it down, it was kind of cheating because I already had a tattoo booked. And in fact, I got it the 17th of January, so like 2 weeks after writing this. But I did get it, so green. So then we have two that are about school. I have finishing goal exams for my first year of my master's degree. If we want to be extremely, technical, it should be a red, because I didn't finish all of them, but I finished completely all of them but one, and the one that I have not finished yet is simply because I am waiting for the feedback on the exam I've already given, and I will have a chance to correct part of my assignment with the feedback, and then I will have the final grade. So basically everything I need to do for that exam has already been done. Therefore, I'm going to cheat a little bit and consider it a green one, because honestly, apart from the fact that I don't have a mark for one of the exams, I have done all of the exams. The next one is going on Erasmus, and as you have seen, this is an easy one. My entire channel so far has been about my Erasmus, so this one is green. One goal that I had was going to the Rock for People festival in Hradec Králové in Czech Republic. I went. It was the best time of my life. I was actually alone there, and I had an amazing week at the festival. It was lovely. I just love Rock for People, and I know that I'm just going to keep putting this in my list for every year, until I'm 80 and I cannot mosh pit anymore. So far, we have a lot of green here. I'm actually really proud. Then I have collaborating with an organization called Ravenna Must Act, which was in the city where I was getting my master's degree before coming to Bucharest. I did, in fact, reach out to them and collaborate on a couple of things with them. It was quite a short collaboration because then I moved to Bucharest, and we didn't get to do a lot of stuff because Ravenna was actually in the middle of a flood last year. The entire area around got flooded, and, everyone was underwater. So we had to cancel a lot of stuff, but I did get in touch with them and I did collaborate on some projects. So this one is green as well. Then I have one that is, reaching out to another organization or group that I wanted to collaborate with. This one, I went to a couple of their things, but I never joined anything like officially. So this needs to be red once again. I have another one. I wanted to go to a poetry slam in 2023. This is one of the things that are like, I had so many chances, and yet every single time something was up, something was not working with the date, the place, and I actually never went, even though I had so many opportunities. So this is the first true real failure. This one I could have really succeeded in. It was so easy, and I just never went. Then I have, actually, this is funny, I have learned how to crochet, and surprise surprise, I actually did. I actually did learn how to crochet. I'm kinda mostly sometimes good at crochet right now. And then the next one I had was finish a project, either crocheting or knitting, because even though I've known how to knit for my entire life, I've never really made a thing. I would just, knit something and then just unravel it and knit it again and unravel it, just, as a hobby, I guess. But I really wanted to make something from start to finish, and I actually did end up making a lot of stuff compared to my past self. So this is a green one. Next one is also funny because one of my goals for 2023 was cutting my hair and get a mullet. I'm going to just shut up and do this. There's no mullet that ever mulleted more than my mullet is mulleting right now. Why did I want to get a mullet, you may ask? Because it's ugly as hell, but it's cool as hell at the same time. When something is ugly and cool, I just want it. You see, I want it so much. Then I had, this is something I failed at so hard actually. I had this game. It was like little cards that tell you to do something, and if you complete it, you win, and you can go to the next task and you can complete that one. And if you get to the end of it, you have, just finished and you have won. And my friend made that for me, and in my goals for this year, I had, written down to finish it all, but I got stuck at one particular task, and I have been stuck there for like months. So it's far from being finished, and I'm so disappointed. Rhea, if you are watching, I'm sorry, this is about you. The game is still a work in progress, I promise. Then I had put hike up a mountain, because I actually did that in the Czech Republic, and I have a video on that, hiking up the highest mountain in Czech Republic. I had a lot of fun. I had a very good time, and I was hoping to do that again, but it didn't happen. I need to try harder. This is something that I'm going to keep for next year. I need to try harder, and I need to go looking for opportunities, because sometimes I just wait for an opportunity to hit me, and instead I need to go looking for them. Not every day I'm going to get someone be like, hey, wanna go up a mountain? Sometimes I have to be that person for myself. So this is another red. We get another red one. This was try parachuting, like, jumping off an helicopter with a parachute, and you're like, wow, that thing. I have been wanting to do that, and I'm coloring it red. I have been wanting to do that for a million years. And same as before, I always wait because I think, someday it will be the perfect moment. Someday, the stars will align. The stars do not align. I need to do better. So the next one is a bit dumb. I had put learning how to do a pull-up, from a bar, because in the house where I was living, I had a bar already installed before I moved in. And it was like, I have it here, I might as well learn how to do that. This one failed, but it failed because I didn't try as hard, and then I just moved out and I was not in that house anymore, and there was no way for me to even try. Then I wanted to visit at least 2 out of my group of friends who live abroad, or well, not abroad, but far away from me. I did visit 2 of them. My friend Rhea, the one who gave me the game I did not complete, sorry, and my friend Federica, who lives in Italy but lives hours and hours away from me. The next point was I had a list of bands that I wanted to listen to either for the first time or listen to more in depth. I was supposed to listen to 15 bands. I did not. I mean, I listened to like at least a song from more than 15 of these, but I wanted to go more in depth about my knowledge, because one problem I have is that I love music and I love many different kinds of music, but at the same time, I'm very peculiar with knowing stuff. Like, I might even not know who sings my favorite song. There might be some albums that I just know, front to back, and some artists that I know everything about, and they might not even be my favorite artists. And then there are like some artists who I love like deeply for their music, but I have no idea who they are. And like some people, I only listen to one song, So I really want to like sit down and actually listen to the people I listen to, if it makes sense. I've had a very, very good time rediscovering some albums from the Misfits. I've had an amazing time rediscovering the Static Age album, and also I had a very good time listening to Palaya Royale, who I got to see live at Rock for People. I only knew one song from them, and it was like my favorite song of 2022 according to Spotify, and I had no idea who they were. So I had a very good time listening to more of their albums, and I also had a very good time listening to some of the first albums from Against Me. I only knew some of their more recent songs, so I did not succeed in this one because I only really listened to 8 bands from this list and not 15, but the experiences that I had were very good, and I liked everyone that I chose to listen to more in depth. So it's a good start. Next year it will be better. Then I have published on YouTube my weekly series about my life as a European Solidarity Corps volunteer in the Czech Republic. This is something that I had filmed back when I was in the Czech Republic, but because it's a lot of, you know, footage, a lot of editing, and I had a pretty chaotic life for a moment there, I never got around to actually editing it and publishing it, and I did it this year. It is up on my channel now. It's a playlist with all the videos. So that is a green. Then we have keep my Duolingo streak. I am at like 703 days. I started it learning Czech when I was in Czech Republic. I'm now learning Romania because I am in Romania, and my streak is alive. In case you don't know, Duolingo is this app for learning languages for free, and there's this green owl that, you know, it counts how many days in a row you actually learn the language, and if you don't learn the language, the owl starts sending you messages like, where the fuck are you? You have not done your lessons today. And then I had the cluttering my room. This is going to be also a series on this channel, but the cluttering my room was a project that needed to be done. I am a hoarder, I will admit to that. My bedroom at my parents' place was literally submerged by stuff, and I really needed to declutter it, like a deep declutter, and I did that. It took me like a month, but I did it, and my room is much more livable now, and I think I've learned a couple of lessons on like stuff that I should keep and stuff that I can throw away, so I'm not, you know, drowning in trash. Look at that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 green ones out of 22, which means I think for the first time since I started this, I am winning. If I show you previous years, in 2017, I did 6 out of 24. The next year, I did 7 out of 16. Following year, I did 3 things out of 11. But this year, for the first time in the history of Always, the goals that I actually committed to and, you know, followed until the end are more than the stuff I gave up on. And this makes me feel amazing. This makes me feel motivated, and I will very soon write down my goals for 2024, and I will do my absolute best to make the list doable, but also full of great stuff, cool stuff that I really want to do and accomplish in the next year. And hopefully we can keep this going, and next year, if we sit down again, you know, I'm hoping to have even better results. So since you will be watching this video already in 2024, I wish you an amazing new year. I wish you the best. I'm so happy to have you here on this channel, and I hope you will stick around for 2024.
Mi vuoi fare fuori? Buon anno!